Hey, what's up? Today is Thursday, March 14th, 2024. Best Baseball Player of the Year, 2018. Mookie Betts. Won 3 categories. I'm giving it to him. Batting average, 346. Very good. Slugging, 640. And runs scored, 129. 3 categories, Mookie Betts. Mookie. If you had a child, would you name him Mookie? What does Mookie mean? That's just me. He's a good player. Let's look at his year, 2018. He came up 2014, 21 years old. Batted .291 his first season, played 52 games. Then he got rolling a little bit. 2015, 22 years old. 145 games, 174 hits, .291. 2016, 23 years old. 158 games, 214 hits. That's a sign. If you get a player that gets over 200 hits a season, you got to look at him and say, hey, you got to contend with him, and he's not just an average player, but he's a good player. Now, is he a great player? That is to be determined. That's 318 that year. 2017, though, he went from 214 hits down to 166 hits. And he played about the same number of games. 158 games, 2016, 153. So 5-game difference, but he tails off from 214 to 166. Interesting. Then in 2018, he's the best player. Why? 129 runs scored. He plays 136 games, so he missed about 20 of them. Gets 180 hits. If he had had those 20 extra games, he may have been up to the 200 hit. But he bats .346. That is great. I mean, if you can bat 300, you're good. 320, very good. And then when you get close to the 350 and over, you're very, very good. Now, great players are 400 and over. You know, Hugh Duffy batted .440 one year? And it's not a fluke because he had over 500 at bats. So Mookie Betts bats .346, 2018. Slug .640. Now, slugging, I look at it as if you're over 500, you're good. 600, very good. Of course, the great players are over 800. Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams. They slug 800 or better. Lou Gehrig. So, Mookie Betts' career, he's got 10 years in. He's 30 years old. And he's got 1,400 hits in 10 years. 1,485. So almost 1,500 hits in 10 years. Good pace. 150 hits a year he's averaging. It's too bad the 2020 season, pandemic, only played 55 games. So that hurt him as far as compiling the stats. But here's the question from Mookie Betts. Is he on a Hall of Fame pace? Yes. 1,265 games in 10 years. Too bad that's not a little higher. Of course, the pandemic hurt it, and then he had 122 games. He missed about 40 games that year, 2021, and he missed 20 games. So he's missed about 60, 80 possible games, maybe 100 games possible. Actually, if you look at it this way, without considering the pandemic and then some of the other years, Mookie Betts could have had maybe 200 more games, and that would have gave him 200 more hits. But he's at 1485 in 10 years. Can he keep the pace? Roughly 1,500 hits in 10 years. He plays another 10 years. Gets another 1,500 hits. That's 3,000 hits, right? He's also 294 career batting average. I like to see that pushed over 300. He scores a lot. I like his scoring. He's got 6 out of the 10 years. He scored over 100 runs. I like that. And he's had 3 100 RBI seasons. That's good. Had a 31 homer season, a 32 homer season. He's got 250 homers. I wouldn't worry. If I was him, I wouldn't worry too much about the homers. I would concentrate more on getting base hits. Try to get to that 3,000 level. And if he's at 2,800, don't stop. Even if you're 40 years old. Play till you're 42, Mookie. You look like a good athlete. I want you to get 3,000 hits and make the Hall of Fame. And I want your batting average, career, to be over 300. You're at 294 now. You had a 346, 2018, so you're capable of having a good batting average season. One thing he's got to watch out for, strikeouts. Got 800 strikeouts in 10 years. It's about 80 a year. If he can cut that down to about 50 strikeouts a year, I know it's hard, especially in this day and age. You got pretty good pitchers. But if you can cut down on the strikeouts and keep scoring runs, you've got 996 in 10 years. That's 1,000 in 10 years. If you can get another 1,000 runs scored, that would be 2,000 for your career. That would be great. So Mookie Betts, 2018, you're the best baseball player in my estimation. Winning 3 categories. All right, next video, 2019. We're pushing toward the year 2023. We'll stop there as far as hitters. And then we're going to start a whole new cycle. We're going to go all the way back to 1871. And we are going to start with pitch. Who is the best pitcher each individual year from 1871 all the way to 2023? Can we do it? Piece of cake. I mean, we started 1871 with hitters. And here we are, 2018. I've covered every year. I got it on my video. 2019 is next, then 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, as far as hitting. Stay tuned. I'm out.